Hello, good day. My name is Lord Israel, and today we're talking about the COVID vaccine. Should you take the COVID vaccine? What relates this vaccine? What are they not telling you? And a lot is going on behind the scene, believe you me, that is not being told to the public. You could actually feel it. If you're watching this, you certainly know that something is definitely going on. Depend from whatever race or faith or where you just know that something is actually going on behind the scene. There is a certain knowing that everyone has about this thing. It has been, it has been funny all along. And shortly I'll be revealing to you secrets that they have kept from the world, and it's really, really amazing how this thing is really true. And we need to have a basis for this. So I'm going to be sharing with you facts that you cannot really argue. Believe in me, from whatever race or faith, whatever is your opinion about life, you will certainly believe this, because these are actually day-to-day things you actually come across with, and you're gonna be really, really, really thrilled. On the subject of the COVID vaccine, all right. So sometimes back, I actually told, I've been actually writing a lot of things about this, from the how it relates to the manifestation of vampires and of zombies and all of those strange things. And someone actually have been following up, and the person saw an article of recently happened in Nigeria, in a particular place I will not just disclose for the sake of it happened in Nigeria by a police caught a werewolf. Yeah, you heard me right, werewolf in Nigeria, and they gave an article about it published on the net, where they actually say it killed some persons and then it was gone down. And, at the point they then tried to cover up the whole scene. I think some foreign news came up with it, even here on YouTube, and they called it the work of kobaski that actually creates such kind of visual bodies. It's not a werewolf, it's not a real werewolf, that the thing they found on the net, just some stories that the thing that they found on the net was actually faked, and then it was some work of kobaski. I remember going online. Let me just tell you this part. I went to the YouTube page and actually commented and said it's a lie. It's not any work of kobaski. This is actually true, and I've written about this world way back before it even begin to manifest. Now it cannot be a coincidence and all of that. And boy, I just came back to check whether I will have some reviews and replies. And guess what? It was deleted. My comment was deleted. let's just get that aside. It also not prove to you the realities of this thing, of this supernatural, of what people attend the supernatural life. And when we talk about these vampires and zombies and all of these strange things that probably come across in your day-to-day movies, there are so many movies about these things, so you cannot deny that you have not heard them or seen them. But I just want to show you that this thing actually has been written about way back, even in what they know as the Bible. And it's gonna be really amazing. And it's not just something that these guys wrote, maybe they're like some spiritual thing. No, it's literal. I'm just gonna read it to you, and it's really gonna be great. Stay with me. So let's read Psalm was written by David, and let's read Psalm 59. I want you to actually see what is said about this. Get ready to be betrayed. It's really amazing. Alright, so let's read Psalm 59 verse 5. He said, "Thou therefore, O Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, are ready to visit all the earth, and be not merciful to any wicked transgressors. They return." I'm reading verse 6 now. This is where it gets, They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. Hey, he said they return at evening. Come on now. I think what best describes this? They return at evening. They make a noise like a dog. Okay, and go round about the city. Now read verse 7. "Behold, they belch out with their mouths. Swords are in their lips." I think now it's not getting. You could actually tell who David or what character David was speaking about here. Said, "Behold, they belch out with their mouth, swords are in their lips. For who say they doth hear?" Who say they dot here? You can actually guess who is speaking about here, because we know from our day-to-day movies some characters that actually come out in the evening and they belch out like dogs, and they go around about the city. I think just be all right. Let's read from verse 14. Same Psalm 59 verse 14. He said, and at evening let them return, and let them make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. You hear what he said here? Let them return and make a noise like a dog, and go round about the city. Verse 15. Let them wander up and down from it, and grudge if they be not satisfied. What character do we know that wander up and down from it and grudge? You know how they grudge? Because they are so thirsty and desperate for meat, for blood. Now, why am I bringing this? I'm trying to make you realize that this thing is actually real in the first place. And these guys were actually David, and they like to so many others, which I may not really have time to show you, but I will tell you how and where you will get them. I've actually written about these things. I'm just trying to make you realize first of all that these things are actually real. As in, they are there. They saw it. And why am I bringing this thing? Why am I bringing this talk about vampires and zombies and whatever, these superhero characters? Why am I bringing them up now? Because this thing out there called the COVID vaccine is the journey to it, and I'm going to show you shortly. I'm going to show you shortly. So we have been able to confirm the fact that at least one person has been able to see this. I'm going to show you Solomon also said the same thing. Come on now. But let me just show you, before we come to Solomon and all of that, I'm just going to show you something. I want to show you what is actually happening right now with the COVID, with the vaccine fiasco in the world. It's really, really, really amazing. Jeremiah 8 verse 22. Seems as if this guy teleported to our world. He said, is there no balm in Gilead? Now, let me just do some little background explanation. When these men were actually writing and speaking about what they see to happen in generations to come, they could even best understand it based on the level of information, based on the level of detail of scientific languages that they used in their realm, in the world, as at those days. You understand? So whatever they see that they believe is going to happen to generations to come, they could best even write it even in their day-to-day language. They won't write it in terms of future language. So if you are reading the Bible, try to relate to it based on, especially if you're reading Bible prophecies, try to relate with it based on how you will feel they would have written it if they were to be in our world today. So now he's talking about Gilead, and Gilead in those days were known for for their pharmaceutical achievements. They were good in wherever the Bible speaks about Gilead. It actually has something to do with pharmacy, with drugs. Are you getting me? So it's really there. It's there. Now see what it says there. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is not the health of the daughter of my people recovered? He said, are there no medicine? Are there no doctors? Why are people not still getting healed? Let me repeat that again. He said, is there no doctors? Is there no vaccine? Is there no vaccine? Why are there no doctors? Why then are the earth? Is the earth? It's not the earth of my people getting healed. As in, why are people not getting recovered? Now we've had in the first what was it called? A first take of the vaccine. Now they're having a second take. Why is it? Now look at what Jeremiah 46 verse 11 says. It says, go up into Gilead and take the balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt. When Egypt is mentioned in the Bible, talking about the world, it said, go up into Gilead. That is, go up into your best hospitals, maybe I would say, and take balm and take the vaccine. O virgin, the daughter of Egypt, in vain shalt thou use many medicines. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, for thou shalt not be cured. Jeremiah was actually accurately prophesying and speaking about our days, that a time is coming whereby people will use many medical, they will use vaccines. In vain shall thou use many medicines. So this is actually men writing about it, that a time is coming. They know very well. They were able to time travel to our days and see that there's a generation that actually they have been able to inject some things in humans, and boy, they cannot recover from this thing. They're not going to recover, and it's going to be a series of series of drugs. Okay, so let's go back to the talk about the vampire and the zombie. So I'm going to show you something, and before we get into more and more details, now see what Solomon wrote about a time to come where there will actually be a manifestations of these superhuman characters. It's really amazing. So see it. Proverbs chapter 30. Really amazing. Proverbs 30 verse, let's read from verse 11. So Solomon here was actually speaking about different types of ages, of generations, and here's what he said. Proverbs 30 verse 11. There is a generation that curseth their father and doth not bless their mother. Yeah, we could actually say we've witnessed this. People that don't curse their father and does not bless their mother. Yeah, we've witnessed it. Verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes and are not washed, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. Yeah, we've also witnessed this. People actually feel that they are actually, right. They are not wrong. They are always right. Verse 13. There is a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their high lids are lifted up. These are people that have high taste for things. Yeah, we've witnessed this, and can also say that also still in this. Now see what he wrote about the last generation. See what he wrote there. There is a generation whose teeth are swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. This is the generation whose teeth are swords, and their jaw teeth are as knives. What character best describes this scripture, describes this verse? I think it should be vampires. I think it should be zombies. Whose teeth are swords and jaw teeth as knives. So Proverbs, Solomon actually prophesied, and he was able to see into our days and realize that something is definitely going place. So now I just want to bring out the fact that this is actually real, and then the vaccine is going to be like a manifestation of it. It's going to be a series of things, and boy, all of a sudden humans are turning violent, they're turning strange. Their bodies are not looking different. It's going to be like that. And I'm not just speaking to you based on what I've seen in the Bible or whatever, which is actually my personal basis of communication. However, just in case you don't believe in this Bible of a thing, you're an atheist or whatever, don't believe in any of these things, and I think there's something you should certainly believe. I think you've seen this a lot in a lot of movies. Right now there are so many, we like call it whistleblowers. So many things actually popping up on the net, on YouTube. People are actually beginning to realize that boy, something is definitely taking place. They are relating this vaccine with so many of these movies, and people are actually realizing that something is actually definitely going on, that the world is actually keeping secret. This is a world reduction plan. This is a world population reduction plan. So many movies has come out in this that we've watched, and they actually hands-on detail about this. So, but I could actually go on and tell you how this vaccine relates with the vampires, but it might take a bit of a time. Quickly, but I don't want to do it on this platform. But I actually I'm able to compile this knowledge, and the book I wrote called The Plan. This book called The Plan actually gives an explicit detail on this subject of the vaccine, of aliens, of the secret of world rulers. Believe you me, that's really opened the eyes of so many people are actually informed and enlightened about what is taking place via this book, and not just giving you what is actually there, but actually I also gave you solution. I also give solutions. What will come up afterwards, what the government will bring as a solution, and then what will happen. You've heard about the rapture of the church, It's a lot of things actually written there, and then what you can actually do to kind of prevent yourself. You get the point? So actually, I want you to read the book called The Plan. It's available. The link to download is actually available in the description below. So it's actually good to actually get your hands on this book. Now to the question that I believe you've always wanted to ask, and believe a lot of people have been asking, and they just need to get an answer on the question. Now this is it. Is the vaccine the mark of the beast? Now I'm going to give you the answer based on my own perspective. As at this point of the release of this video, right about now, actually, precisely, the vaccine is not yet the mark of the beast. What they have as vaccine right now, again I repeat, as at when this video is being published, because things might change in a couple of months or time or whatever, as at now, the vaccine is not yet the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast will come up as a solution to the resulting catastrophe that the vaccine has brought. The vaccine will provoke a superhuman characters in body. People will turn violent. They will kill themselves. The government will declare a gunfire. So many movies have actually acted this. You've seen this in the likes of Avatar, where the guy got mixed with an alien character, so much like what the vaccine actually is. Read it in my book, The Plan. I actually wrote about that, and got mixed with an alien character, and then it became more like an alien. There was a transfer of gene. There was a change in his gene, in his DNA, and all of a sudden, what happened? The government declared a gunfire on all the aliens. Something like that is definitely going to take place, whereby the government then declare a gunfire on all of this, on all these people that have actually turned violent. It's going to be a massive massacre. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And as a result of that, the government will now come and say that, oh, we are sorry. We never planned this to be like this. It's going to be so stupid and crazy what they will say. And then they will come up and say that, all right, I think for us to be able to allow people to go about with their day-to-day life, and for us to be able to checkmate that they are still human, and for you to be able to control you from acting violent, so we don't kill you, you have to have a mark. So the mark will come as a memorandum of solution to the vaccine. So I actually like to term the mark as the vaccine as the body of the beast, while the mark of the beast will be like a solution, like a seed will come as a solution to it. So it might come later on as a result of the disaster, but you can all count them the same, because they are all signifying the same character of persons. Are you getting me? So it's a big no. For anyone that want to take the vaccine, it's a big no. And I encourage you to actually share this video with so many, and encourage everyone to actually get his or hand on the book called The Plan. We actually give an explicit detail on what this thing is, and I've written so many other things about it on my social media handle, Lord Israel Salvation Praise City, and now our website www.salvationpraise.com. You could actually get a lot of detail about this thing, what to be their next plans, and a lot of that. I've actually been able to write a lot about this thing, because I'm well enlightened about this. I know so much about this already. I know so much about this, and I want you to actually get this light also. And I actually wrote about this, and also wrote about the coming fashion trend. So perhaps, and I wrote about the business you should do now, because this actually caused a lot of, to cause a kind of a chaos to businesses. When people are actually turned violent, nobody wants to go out again. It's gonna be like another phase of a lockdown, but way crazier. And then people actually don't want to go out again, and business will collapse. So I actually wrote about the business you should do now, and what will happen. You've heard about the rapture of the church. Yeah, we wrote about it also. And then as regards fashion also, because of that, the clothes of vampires, like they actually wear rags and things like that. And before you know, people will actually begin to wear and kind of these clothes with them, ripped jeans, like crazy jeans and all of that. Ripped jeans, we call it ripped jeans, crazy jeans, and ripped clothes, just as a way of disguise. The Bible actually wrote about this when they actually was talking about sackcloth and many things like that, and so many others hours before Rapture series, and there are so much, and you just need to get your hands on this detail and get yourself prepared for what is to come. And I want to appreciate you for liking and being patient, for your time. Thank you for your time. I want you to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more detail and more information about this, and be a blessing to lives. Be a blessing to lives by sharing these things. Share it and be an encouragement to people. And if you want to give to encourage us, kindly go to our website www.edisonpreach.com or follow the link in the description below. Thank you so much, and this is Lord Israel signing out. Love you.